Sorry.
Awesome.
I.
Welcome to Tavern of Tales.
Woo!
On our second episode, we do have Loki, who is our newest addition to our party, which rounds us out with a neat 4 players.
Woo!
Last time we left off, Entity, you started the game for the very first time. Met a couple of NPCs that were meant to start you off and help you get started playing the game, including Barry, the tutorial bandit. He gave you your first quest and got you into, gave you some information on how to go through the game. Upon finishing the quest, though, Barry acted a little weird, and it was noted throughout the entire party, especially those of you who are NPCs. Barry was actually acting very different from what he normally would do. And he was displaying an actual degree of sentience, which was not what really was supposed to happen. He was realizing he was just an NPC meant to be killed off in the tutorial. And after beating him again, everything seemed to normalize. We left off with the party going to a tavern in the main town of Gurv Marda and resting up with Entity's character. Let me get back to the character sheets. Entity's character Pyros logging off for the day. So as we start our next episode, before you log on, Pyros, what is a day like for you outside of the game? Pyros? I will need you to unmute yourself to actually speak to me.
Hey, well, while we're waiting, we have people in the chat showing up. Gaming Bombin, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. He said, hi, John Luke.
Hi. Those of you here, feel free to join us and support Tavern of Tales by checking out the Ko-fi page linked in the description.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Pyros
is here.
What is a day like in your outside of the game?
Yo-Yo Nova, thanks for coming. Sorry I missed you.
Can you repeat?
I'm sorry?
Can you repeat?
What is a day for you like outside of playing Heroes of Mirthwell?
Eating and showering.
Okay.
Do you go to school?
Do you go to school? Do you have a job? Are you working trying to become a professional gamer or something like that?
You can make it up.
Professional gamer, I guess.
Okay.
Trying to become a professional gamer. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And as you before you get on, I did ask you last week, and you did confirm this. Your character would want to do some investigation on why Barry was acting so strange, right?
Tension is palpable as he surveys the scene.
Pyros?
Just plotting his next move. Simply plotting.
Yes.
Does your is your character investigating
Mm-hmm.
what happened with Barry and why Barry was acting so strange?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I
Nothing.
want
Go ahead.
you to roll an investigation check. If I remember correctly, do you have a way to roll a d20?
I could roll it
You,
for him.
I mean,
I
sure.
don't have dice.
I mean, you can, at the
Yeah.
very least, look up dice roller on Google
I got
and
you,
roll a
fam.
d20
The
that way.
investigation, is that based on his intelligence or?
Yes, it's based off of intelligence.
I got a 6 on the
Okay.
dice, so comes out to a 6, right? Unless you have proficiency.
It would come out to a 6. It doesn't look like you are fully proficient in it.
Well, that's
Mhm.
not too bad.
According to Entity Sheet, that's what I see, unless it's different. Unless we changed it and I did not notate that.
Oh no, you're good. I was just talking. I'm just making
Okay.
noises. You know me.
Yeah. All right. So unfortunately, you're not able to find much of anything. There's a lot of talk on the forums and stuff about weird things happening in the game. And even with the devs responding, they respond with this is not supposed to be your normal RPG experience. Every different thing in the game is meant to create a sense of uniqueness and diversity. Every NPC will be different, and if Barry was acting strangely, that means the algorithm recognized that some people needed a different experience.
Interesting. So just to make sure I understand what's happening, outside the game, he's looking into why Barry would act like that. Like on the
Yes.
wiki. Okay. Interesting. All right, just making sure. That's cool.
Yeah. So,
Ben Dixon's here. Give him a round of applause, everyone.
Pyros, you log into the game again, and I'm guessing you would bring your character's friend, which is Loki's character, into the game for the first time. To actually make it easier for everybody, we're going to say that there's a special deal going on, which if you bring a friend into the game with you, you'll be able to get them to the same experience level that you were at when you last left off. That way, you guys can already play at the same level as each other.
Oh yeah. Double XP weekend. Let's go.
So, Loki, can you tell me your character's name and tell me what they look like?
My character's name is Loki.
I'm sorry about that. I did not catch that.
My character's name is Loki.
Loki.
Okay.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
And what does he look like? Give me a small little description of him.
He looks like an old wizard, but he's using trickery magic to make himself look younger.
Okay, cool. That is very cool. Okay, and outside of the game, what kind of person are you? What do you do outside of the game, Loki?
Mostly same as my brother.
Okay, so you're a pair of professional gamers working together to actually check out this game currently. And especially with the way your brother has described this game, there's something unique and weird about it. Out of curiosity, do you do some research and investigation on this game as well?
You want to roll? I'll roll a d20 for you. I'll advance his sheet here. So
Okay.
we're looking at his sheet. It's his intelligence is really high.
Yep.
So this might be really good. Oh, it's a natural
A nat 20?
natural 20. Yeah, that is a 20, not a 1, right? When it's
Nice.
got the symbol. Let's go. He just
That
rolled a
is
natural 20 on
awesome.
investigation.
That is awesome. All right. You learned a lot about this. This game is weird. It is not your normal type of game, and after a few digging, you do get the same kind of information as your brother, but you dig a little deeper because you know it can't just be that. There's a lot more stuff you can learn, and especially with your hacking skill, you can get into some records and files that you're maybe not supposed to get into.
Ooh.
Um, when your character digs a little deeper, not only do you find that there's a lot going on with this game that wouldn't normally, you do find that there are sections of the game where the developers didn't even touch. This game has data and detail far above what the developers actually went into. There are NPCs going into places where players normally can't go. NPCs occasionally just won't be where they're supposed to be. And you hear across some of the rumor forums that you go to that there's a series of hidden areas that hidden teleport spots that take you to certain areas within the game that the game creators didn't create, that are just there. They always play it off as it's the magic of the game. You're supposed to actually come across it. Of course, we are behind this, but there are some pieces of information that you found that suggests that they don't know what's going on with the game, and this game is kind of going out of control. And you do find that somewhere in the main town there is a hidden cathedral that you can teleport to, somewhere hidden where a player could actually reach normally. So when you warp in, do you guys first all meet up with Poncho and Tristan?
Hello, gamers. Oh my
I'll
gosh.
meet up with Pancho and Moon.
Okay. So Poncho, Tristan, you and Pyro. Well, Poncho, Tristan, you find or are met with Pyro and another person looking like an older wizard that has some younger features upon him.
Does he look familiar to me?
When they
Not
message me, I'll
really.
let them know that I'm a little bit busy, at work, but I'll log on soon.
Okay. You are making a performance in the tavern, correct?
Sure, I can do a performance in the tavern.
Roll a performance check. And I also want you to roll a persuasion check.
That is. Let me grab my character sheet real quick.
So it's 20. Charisma's 20 on your character sheet here.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
yeah.
charisma's bomb. Like, just bouncing. Let's see. Where's my at? So that is going to be a 23.
And that was the performance?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, and
what
then
was your...
am I also doing a deception or?
do a persuasion as well.
You managed to persuade him. You rolled a natural 20.
My persuasion is 19.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. I am going to give you... You receive 20 gold from your performance.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
And you're
this
doing
game
a
is
pretty
pay to
good
win.
job of convincing people that you're just a player doing an act. Unfortunately, some people have seen you a long time ago. There are some really old players here, and they recognize you and they're like, "Ah, don't worry about him. He's an NPC that's been
Those
here for a while."
those spoil sports.
Yeah,
Gosh darn it. Well, I'm
but
gonna
you're
I'm gonna say hi.
convincing enough to know that if you get in the right area, in the right crowd, especially if you start performing in some of the places you're not supposed to, people will probably start actually thinking you're an actual player who's been doing a bit the entire time.
That's what I am.
There's gonna be a lot of Reddit threads about this.
Yeah. Yeah. But eventually, and entity, entity,
Uh,
Loki, your characters can sit, drink, and enjoy the performance if they wish. Poncho, what does your character do during this as
Well,
well?
I was I was at the show with them, and they walked into the show when they logged in.
They would have walked into the show when they logged in. You
Okay.
guys, you and Tristan, it was probably about 8 to 16 hours
Right.
before of a gap from when Pyros logged out and then logged back in again with Loki.
Okay.
So you would have recognized that these people were probably just going to sleep, doing some other business.
Do
all
they
that
look?
fun
Does Pyro look different than last time I saw him?
Should not.
Okay.
Pyro probably looks the exact same from
But
the last
he's
time
with
you
a
saw him.
different person now.
Yes.
Can I make like an insight check of some kind and look at the new person and see what
Yeah,
I think about
definitely.
them? Because
And feel free to interact amongst yourselves. You guys
Yeah.
are meeting each other for the first
before
time. So
before I walk over, because I recognize Pyro, I want to do an investigation check on this guy because I've been having weird thoughts ever since the Barry incident. And I'm very concerned about it. So I'm thinking everything is part of the game, or you know what I mean,
Yeah.
quote unquote, the game, or whatever I
Yeah.
think is real, right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll. I got a 3.
I have to go right now.
That's okay.
You have to go?
Okay.
I'll come back later.
Okay.
Okay, so your character awed by the realism of the game, but has to go attend to something real quick
Yeah.
outside of the game.
Yeah.
He logs out, and I'm gonna feel safe to walk over to Pyro, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?"
And he logged.
Pyro like that?
Yeah, go for it.
Wait, and just like, wait.
Okay.
Oh
and
no,
he's
we
gone.
lost both.
Yeah, we lost both.
It appears they've disconnected. So I'm gonna put my hand up as if to wave to them, and then I'm gonna go ooh and try to pretend like I was rubbing my hair.
They both seem to need to go and have to go pretty quick.
All good.
They've spent some time actually walking around the game and have to go for some reason.
Yeah.
So, actually, just out of curiosity,
So,
Tristan, Poncho, about the same question, but instead of actually investigating out of game, would you guys be doing anything inside of game to try and investigate the world around you?
I know Barry.
You know of Barry, yeah.
I know
You know
Barry.
Barry's-
If that happened to me, I would go and find Barry the next day if I was awake. That's what I would probably do, and I might even. I mean, I know. So, what's the relationship between me and Tristan in the game? Of course.
At the moment, there's not really much of a relationship unless you want there to be.
Okay.
so I'm gonna be standing up at this tavern,
Mhm.
doing an old school like haiku session.
Yeah, what did
Uh-huh.
you sing?
Quiet lake in autumn, waves caressing near shore, the heart made whole. Blow dandelions, watch as 1,000 wishes scatter to the wind. I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna do the
Yeah.
like just the snaps, you know, like
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have a
Just the
snaps button,
copy
but you
button.
guys get the idea.
Yeah.
And then, it's a crimson red falls as our pain radiates in the melting snow. And then, I'm just gonna keep going. Wait,
Mhm.
Does that
echoes
resonate with me?
screaming out, longing for the loss
Do
of
you
voice.
want it to resonate with you?
I
A
don't know.
new beginning
I
comes.
believe the words he's saying resonate with me in a way that makes me think that he might be part of the shocker. He might be part of the conspiracy,
Ah.
right? So I'm gonna actually lurk in the shadows and see about the end of the performance.
This one may actually
Okay.
resonate with you. It's echoes screaming out, longing for the loss of voice. A new beginning comes. Then I'll do the snaps.
Mm-hmm.
I hide
You
back the
do get
sobs.
some snaps to join in with you every time you finish. There are some quickly this turns from like regular fantasy tavern to kind of like weird coffee shop feel. Only they're serving ale and other drinks as well. It's
Oh,
supposed to be a regular tavern, so you quickly change the mood, and everybody doesn't seem to be like bothered by it, but still.
It's like he's dancing AFK in like a bad place in the game. It's funny,
Mhm.
hilarious. So that's out of place. Does I feel like I feel a small fissure in my brain as I realize it's out of place, and I look at
No.
the players having fun.
But one of the big questions I was wanting to know is, you're wanting to actually try and get in touch with Barry, right?
Yeah, I would want to try to get in touch with Barry, but since I'm already here, I think I might have been sidetracked by the bard,
Uh-huh.
and I'm thinking about maybe seeing if he's in on the plot in a major way.
Okay.
I'm
Tristan.
going to use words that I've heard from players
Uh-huh.
to sound like I'm actually a player. So I'd be like, "Hey guys, I'm here for a couple hours, then I got to get back to my job at Big Lots, the store where I stock things on shelves. But you know, if you want to throw me a gold, I'm here all day." And I'll just like sound down using words that sound like they're supposed to be there and
Yeah.
sound as
Uncanny
confident.
Valley.
Out of curiosity, do you actually leave the tavern and go into one of those areas that players are not supposed to go to
Not
just to try and sell it?
I what I will do is whenever I log off, I'll have like a respawn zone or whatever that's set to a coordinates that players can't go,
Yeah.
so that it looks like I log off. But whenever I teleport, I just end
Uh-huh.
up somewhere where they can't find me, so they just
And
assume
it's
I've
in
logged
some
off.
house in that area players can't go into.
Exactly, yeah.
Mhm. And there's plenty of like housing bits, and you found yourself in a neighborhood. Weirdly enough, there is no actual like centralized uh good gosh. There is no like governing system. So you found this house, and whenever you found other NPCs, you were like, "Hey, this place is mine," and they were like, "Okay, cool."
That's kind
It's
of
a
just
weird kind of honor and
Yes.
communication system that, since all these NPCs, all they do is talk and such, they accept pretty easily that, hey, somebody has laid claim to this spot. We should be good with that.
They have territorial, uh, not CGI. They have AI, territorial
Uh-huh.
AI. Hilarious.
hmm
That
And
oh,
again,
man.
you get the sense this is not supposed. Well, make an insight check, Tristan, for me.
Okay. 18 plus 0, 18 total.
18 total. You get the sense that this is not really supposed to happen. There's a lot of weird things that are happening, and you do note that according to accounts from other players, people are the NPCs normally are supposed to follow certain paths, supposed to go to certain places or be certain places.
Mm.
Storefronts are not supposed to be vacant at times, and yet. And you've noticed every time an NPC leaves a store that they're supposed to be the proprietor of, they have sentience to them. They are actual people. So you think that there's something extra going on.
Hmm.
So interesting. I wouldn't know all that though.
Make an insight. You would have your suspicions, Poncho.
Okay.
You
Alright.
already believe yourself to be a player. You don't believe yourself to be an NPC, if I remember correctly.
Not
No.
exactly. I'm coming to
You-
terms with it. It's
you-
in the back
you
of my
ha-
head though.
You understand that you're supposed to be an NPC, and that that you seem to have been created in the sense to be like one of those free party members for
Right.
players that just don't want to have friends.
Absolutely.
But you
Yeah.
have deep in your soul a conviction that that's not right.
Yeah. I think it all started when the memories, I start remembering the raids and stuff I did as an NPC and
Mhm.
remembering the people not come back to me but still being able to remember them and them not realizing it's me later.
Yeah.
It's starting to affect me mentally. And so I'm on the case. I'm investigating I'm trying to figure out if there's a grand conspiracy designed to blame me for everything, you know? That's how I'm feeling. And so I'm
Okay.
watching this performance just teeming, just menacing.
Okay. Are you trying to keep hidden, or are you letting yourself
Yes, I'm
seen?
going to keep hidden. I'm going to try to hide
Make
myself.
a stealth check for me?
A stealth check. Okay, so I'm going to roll the die. Oh, I got a natural 19.
Nice.
I would not be proficient in stealth.
But you should have a decent dexterity, right?
Yeah, my dexterity is 16. So 19,
Nice.
20, 21,
Plus
22.
3.
Right.
Tristan, what is your passive perception? Shouldn't be that high, actually, unfortunately.
Yeah, my passive perception would only be 12.
Yeah. So you're not able to detect that Poncho's watching you specifically. And being used to actually having the eye of everybody, Poncho is Poncho is actually another face in the crowd right now.
Yes. Perfect. I say quietly to myself into my cup.
Well, now that I've finished my game, or my, not game, my bard work and singing, I will go ahead and start to investigate. I'm gonna go up to the Barry, the tutorial bandit, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna just talk to him and see what he's doing.
Okay, make an investigation check.
12.
12?
Mhm.
Okay. You're not able to find Barry, which is
Oh.
weird. Normally, you would be able to actually wait around the starting area where players first warp into whenever they start the game, and just find Barry and talk to him a bit. You're not finding him at all.
Did I follow him?
I would assume you did.
Yeah, okay, I
if you
did
wanted
follow
to.
him. So I'm gonna try to reveal myself as I see him. Well, what do you do when you? Well, I'll let him do whatever he does whenever he realizes Barry's not there.
Hmm. So Tristan, what do you do?
When I realize that Barry's not there, I'm going to look for a new player to see if there are any new players. Like maybe he's not there because new players haven't spawned in.
Okay. With that, you are able to actually tell that there's a new player around. They have that same kind of awestruck look that players tend to have when they first warp in. And one of the things about this show, I'm not this show, this game, when you warp in, you are started with one of the greater sights of Mirthwell. And the reason I say this is Mirthwell is not a globe. Mirthwell is a flat plane, flat world. And you would think that that would cause problems, but number one, this is a video game, so they can be loosey-goosey with actual physics. Number two, the lore in the game that you would know is that this world is kind of like the birthplace of nations, or birthplace of races. The gods came to a great tree, ate of its fruit, and from there, the other races of the world came out of. And as you enter the game for the first time, you see the great tree of Mirthwell because it stands like even higher than a mountain. There is no place on the map where you cannot see the tree. And there is the sun and the moon just under the boughs and the canopy of the tree circling around. And that's where day and night comes from, because as the sun goes behind the tree, the moon also comes and it shows that reflectiveness. But weirdly, in this sense, the moon gives off its own light.
Okay.
Jesus wept. I whisper quietly to myself, hoping he doesn't hear me.
And you see the tree in full bloom, green and verdant, and it looks like a monolith. Mountains would not be able to compare. You know that purple mountain sight whenever you're seeing a mountain in the distance? You see the tree and it rises far above anything else. You barely even see the boughs of the tree. In the daylight, that's how tall it is. The reflection of the sun's rays on the water block out most of the top of the tree when the sky turns blue.
Okay.
That's
pretty.
So you do find somebody who is looking up to the tree for the first time and then kind of looking around, not really sure on what they're meant to be doing right now.
Well, I will go over to them and say, "Hello there, adventurer. What brings you here today?"
Oh, well, I just started the game. I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. Is it one of those games where you just find your own purpose, or I thought this was an MMORPG. I expected a little bit of a tutorial.
Well, that's where the tutorial bandit comes in. You know, I once knew a tutorial bandit, and I'm gonna act like I'm an NPC. I'm gonna act like myself, but in a tutorial way and try
Yeah.
and advise them.
Are you going to
That's
try
up
and
to me,
convince
but-
this person that you are an actual player?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll say that's where the tutorial bandit comes in. I haven't seen him here today though, but I can tell you where to find
Make a persuasion check.
him. Okay. That's gonna be a 23.
23. Okay, yeah.
I have a +5. It's helpful.
Mm-hmm. So you're talking with
Wait,
them and they're like,
persuasion?
yeah,
I'm
persuasion.
sorry. That's a 25 for persuasion.
Okay.
Barbecue sandwich.
Sorry.
You thought I was probably going to give you a deception check, right?
No, I was just going for flat charisma. I forgot to
Mm-hmm.
check my
Okay.
sheet.
Would it be the same if it was a
Thanks for
deception
coming,
check?
Sippy Cup.
It would be. I put deception and persuasion and performance.
Because I
All is-
realize at the very end that it probably would be better to be a deception, but if it's the same, it doesn't matter. But yeah,
all
so-
of my charisma based stuff was literally the things that I put my points into.
I'm giving this person disadvantage to try and insight you, and they're probably not even going to get to, because they're a new player. They don't know you. So yeah, definitely not.
No.
So
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was just wondering. So I'm just watching this. I know he's an NPC though. I know at least I know we are both supposed to be NPCs, and I'm watching this
Supposed
with
to
that
be.
knowledge.
yeah,
Okay, just making sure. Keep going.
you also know that this particular NPC is always trying to sell himself as an actual player.
I'm
Now, the
gonna.
real question is that part of my programming or is that something that I'm doing?
All right. I'm gonna.
And I'm saying this specifically, Poncho. You know from all your interactions with this individual,
Yeah.
make a history check.
History. I'm
For
gonna
me.
roll my d20. I got a 13 on the d20. I'll make my screen
13?
big. So history would be wisdom or intelligence.
It should be an intelligence.
So intelligence, I'm definitely not proficient, so that's -1, so it's 12.
Okay. As
Might
far
be
back
enough.
as you can remember of this particular person, you remember him always selling himself as as a player character.
I'm gonna walk up to them. Did he
Okay.
wait, he convinced him? Right?
He seems
Yeah.
convinced.
I'm gonna continue hiding in the shadows, just waiting,
Mhm.
just biding my time.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
And-
tiptoe behind them hilariously with the sound of a xylophone.
Make a stealth check with disadvantage.
Okay, my stealth is huge. It's not gonna be a problem, oh boys. That was cockeyed. It's impossible to tell. I got a natural
Okay.
3.
a natural 3.
Yeah, I got a natural 3.
Okay. So the player in question, he's talking to you, Tristan, and he's like, "Oh yeah, thank you very much. Where can I meet the tutorial guy? I just would like to actually get through the tutorial so I can actually play comfortably."
I know what you mean, man. I had the same
and-
trouble when I started.
In the midst, you hear this xylophone sound, and the player turns to see Poncho and goes, "Are you Barry?"
I'm gonna say, Barry's here. Listen, you guys, I need to tell you something. You guys are wondering why Barry didn't show up? Watch this. And I'm gonna start walking towards where Barry usually shows up.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go, ha! And I'm gonna jump forward to where if a player was there, he would spawn. And I'm gonna say, watch
Okay.
this. And I jump forward and I stand there. convinced Barry will spawn in.
So, are you talking about where Barry would spawn in town?
For a new player for the tutorial. He walked up to where he should usually find Barry. He couldn't find him there.
Mm-hmm.
So I walk to that place, and I walk up thinking.
Remember last session, Barry approaches the players
Right.
in the midst of their first coming.
Right.
So
I'm convinced he's going to approach me as a player.
He doesn't come.
I collapse to the ground on my knees, my hands in front of me, loose, tears streaming down my cheeks, and I try to hide them.
He's not there, and you have another actual player here.
Yeah.
He should be here.
The reason he didn't come is because you guys aren't real players. I'm beginning to think there aren't any real players. I scream at the sky.
No, I just logged in today. I literally got off school.
Okay, so if you're such a real person, explain what you do for your money in the real world.
My parents give me an allowance, and I got this game because it looked good, and I saved up. It's the top selling game.
I'm gonna slowly stand up, try to look casual, and walk over to Tristan, who I've interacted with before at least, and say something quietly like, "You might actually be a real person."
I know I'm a real person.
What? I cry. You think wait? You know for sure you're a real person.
Yeah, man. I just got in from my job at and then I think back and I say,
I'm gonna try to grab the front of his shirt.
The big lots.
Oh, the big lots.
Big lots. Like lot. Oh, next you're gonna tell me there's small cars and tall ambulances, and I'm gonna try to grab the front of his jacket and shake him like, you be honest with me right now.
Dude, I'm a player. It's no big deal.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go find Barry.
I've got you, buddy. You just follow my lead. I'll keep you in the right spot.
Oh, I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Yeah, I'm gonna say I gotta see this. Let's go show him Barry then. Go show him. If you guys are all so real over here.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and I say, Poncho, it's okay, buddy. We need an NPC to help us fight. So you can work
I'm gonna.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna make my face very squished, and I'm gonna try to not make a face at all.
I mean, I'm supposed to receive like member addresses, right, and such. I think I see it in here, and he's kind of like going through a menu.
Oh my gosh.
Am I able to send him a friend request?
Yes, you are.
I'm gonna send him a friend. I'm gonna ask for his ID, and I'll send him a friend request.
Okay, and
I will say, well, I have been able to, because I've had time and I've been doing this for a while. Well, I have been able to hack my own ID so that okay, cool. So I look like a player to the kid.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What's your player name in the game?
It'll be the same as my ID, Yo-Yo Nova.
Oh.
So he goes he receives your friend request. Oh yeah, cool. And accepts it. Sends
Don't listen to him.
Member address.
I try to grab his collar and shake him back and forth. Don't listen to him as he accepts the friend request. I'm
just getting a new friend from an actual player character.
It's okay.
I'm thinking you're a little weird, dude. Is this supposed to happen?
He may just be really into role playing.
Oh.
I'm gonna say,
so
maybe I'm just really into roleplay. And I'm gonna start walking away slowly into the dark.
Pancho, we need your help to take on the boars.
The boars? Speaking of boars, don't you remember all of the other boars? If you're a real player, you would never kill the boars over and over again. What kind of lunatic human being would grind levels like that soullessly? It doesn't even make any sense.
I mean, there are plenty of people like that. Of course, I hear that there is something in this game to actually prevent people from grinding endlessly.
Yeah.
So that could prove it. That could prove it. If we're real players, we can kill these boars again, and we won't get anything.
Well, we should get experience until we level up at least. After that, I think it may cut us off. But the point is, kid, let's do this. We got to take on one boar.
I'm gonna try to disappear quietly into the shadows and see if I can
Okay.
spy on them again. Guys, I gotta go. Convincingly, I try to say.
Yeah, okay. Make a deception check.
My deception, it might be pretty huge. I used to be a criminal in a past life.
Okay.
Okay, that was cockeyed. I'm sorry. I have a piece of paper on my desk. 7.
Give me a number between 1 and 13.
7. My lucky number, apparently.
Wow, okay. Cool. So this player, he's sporting some regular robes. He looks to be kind of a he brain fart.
Another?
Hey,
Braveheart type.
He looks to be a dragon humanoid individual with gold scales and wearing monkish robes all on him, kind of like the Eastern monkish robes. And he seems to be ready to start this fight. And he goes, "Oh yeah, definitely, let's go. I'm sure everything will be fine. If the tutorial guy isn't coming, I guess you can help me out."
Hey, that's what friends are for. So,
Yeah.
have you checked out any of the shops yet?
No, actually, I haven't. I just started out, and I wanted to start out with this class specifically because it says it doesn't really need any items to start off. I did some research before I actually came in, so since
Do I
I
have
don't
any idea
need
what
any
class
items,
he actually is?
it
He looks like
he's a
me.
monk.
He looks like me. He looks like a monk.
He looks like a monk.
So he's a dragon monk. You said he was dragon. Dragon what?
Looks
Just
like to
joke-
be a
just joking.
dragonborn.
Just
I'm
A
check.
going to
gold
start out
dragonborn.
very flamboyantly showing him the shops and like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, and this is the equipment shop where we get all of
Mhm.
our lovely equipment from Mr. Rogers, and then like
Yeah.
show off like da da da.
Well,
you
it's
know,
good to
very
have some
party.
friends in the neighborhood here.
See, you totally know what that's from, right?
Yeah.
How do
I'm
you know
legitimately-
all this? How do either of you know all of this? None of us could possibly be real players. That would be crazy.
And
I'm-
Wouldn't
I'm
it?
just generally just saying things that he's heard players say because players are like, "Oh, dude, it's just like this."
I'm getting bodied by a recaptcha. Basically.
I'll make this and Mr. Rogers is actually he's basic general equipment shop, cardigan, old middle-aged looking human, very happy to see everybody. Well, it's nice to meet y'all, new neighbors in town.
See,
And-
best NPC you can find in town.
Yeah.
And I will
Diminishing
just keep
returns on
showing him around
rewards.
until we're ready to go, and then I'll take him to
Mhm.
the fields. Just
All
like
right, I guess
I am-
that since I've done this before and I'm an NPC, I'm gonna come help too.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm literally just recapping what Barry did to us to help him, because I my thought is that during the course of this like investigation, like basically just retracing our steps, I'll find Barry.
Okay.
But it also gives me a reason to do it as a player because I'm just helping out another player.
Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, wrong thing, right thing. Okay. So, you eventually show him around, show him the meat and potatoes of everything going on within the, 1 second. I want to... I am trying to restart and start with a brand new... You know what? I'm doing it the hard way. So, you eventually... That's the wrong one. There. That's the wrong one. Sorry.
Oh, good.
There. This is the right one.
I do like Dungeons and Dragons, and
Yes.
I like Dungeons and Dragons. Even if it's bad, it's kind of like pizza. You know what I mean? So I can get talked into any type of Dungeons and Dragons scenarios, guys. Hit me up in the chat if you guys wanted to play more.
Yeah, and definitely.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
It's fine. So you eventually get yourself into the field where you're retracing the steps, and you come across the boars, and you're readying yourself for battle, and they see you. So roll initiative.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Oh, I got a natural 1.
Hell yeah. Heck yeah.
Poncho.
21.
Crit fail goes last, right?
Oh, by the way, Pancho, I do not think that the music is coming through on the stream.
Yeah, I don't hear music on the stream. Do you want me to play it, John Luke?
Sure, go for it.
All right, you messaged it to me direct. So.
That is
Oh,
actually
no.
not the music.
Huh?
That is the wrong music.
It's okay. I'm just gonna play the one that you sent me with the whole Grand's Cathedral.
No, that is the wrong music.
Sorry. I shouldn't have clicked away. This is very dangerous. Okay, Tavern of Tales. Click back. Let me see it. Does it still look good?
In the main hall.
Yeah.
Good.
Go ahead and play that.
The main hall heard. Main hall. Round hall. Main hall. Yep. Open up the link, baby. And then we're going to go back to the primary game real quick. The music is playing.
Yep.
Guys, let's go.
Yeah.
Just do it on a loop.
And I mean, I can't do it on a loop, unfortunately.
It's okay.
It's not working like that. But anyway, so you see the boars. Tristan, what is your initiative?
21.
21. Let's see here. Boars. Well, that's... I'm gonna give him a plus 5. So, 15. What's your total initiative, Poncho?
A natural 1 plus my dexterity is 4. So it's 4 total. 4 total.
And for the boars, they rolled decent. Need to change the filters again. Okay. So. And just like last time, there are
3 boars? Okay.
and at the top of the round, Tristan, your turn.
Okay, top of the round. I am going to. I'm gonna let this boar know that he may think that he's hot stuff, but his mama is so fat that she feeds the village.
She eats too much.
That she
His mama's
feeds the
so
bunch.
fat that she feeds the whole village.
Oh.
Because, whenever we cut down that boar, we eat the boar.
Oh, boar-related bars? Insults? Question
Yeah.
mark? Question mark?
Yeah. What's your DC again? It should be like
My
14,
DC
15, 15.
is... you are correct. My DC is 15.
Okay. He does make it with a 16 total.
Ooh, so he is not going to be...
Yeah.
He will
He
not be
kind of
messed
looks at you strangely as if, like, wouldn't that be obvious?
I do believe I still do damage, though. Enemy must make a wisdom saving.
No, if you're doing vicious
On a fail,
mockery,
I take damage, so yeah, he doesn't take any damage.
yeah.
And then I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna be like, that was unintended. And then I'm gonna teleport. back.
Didn't that work last time, though?
Might have.
Okay.
I will use. It didn't work every time last time, but I will use face step to
Move another 30 feet away.
30 feet away from him.
Yeah.
He just sprint. He just bust a sprint from the fight. He just talked trash and ran.
I just like take a step forward and then I'm 30 feet behind the board.
Yeah.
So they don't know where I'm at.
Okay.
You're
Mom.
behind them, or you're 30 feet further away.
Behind them.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. He's going very deep here.
Okay. Okay. So, it is the player's turn, which I will let you know. It is XX_ forbidden, spelled with a 0, 1, and 3 underscore XX.
Okay.
And he rushes up to the boars to do his attacks. And that is a natural 1 on his first attack.
Nice
He
job.
tries to punch the boar, and it kind of does a plap.
It plapped.
Yeah, it hits but doesn't hurt the boar at all. And he follows up with another attack with his bare fists and hits it with a total of that's gonna be a 23 and does
Ooh, we got dot hack fans.
8 damage. 8 damage to him.
8 damage or A damage?
A damage.
Oh no.
His second hit doesn't do much, but it does something at least, and he's just kind of like, oh, these things are tougher than I expected. It's their turn.
Oh what? The boars cut me in line, bro.
Yeah, they did.
No. They're so initiate.
Mhm. I'm gonna do this so you don't get to see what they do. Yeah, one of them's going to attack Forbidden, which they miss. Second one is going to be attacking Tristan, because he's right behind them. I believe that's gonna hit with a 21 to hit.
Just barely.
And you are dealt 6 damage, Tristan.
I
Jesus
don't look
wept.
great.
I whispered quietly.
As the tusk gash your leg as it tries to gore you.
Ooh, okay.
And the third is going to charge at Poncho.
No. No.
He's going to move a full 30 feet towards you, and he's going to make an That's also going to be a 21 to hit.
Oh, okay, that's gonna hit me.
Yeah. Since this is the charge attack, you are dealt 8 slashing damage.
8? You said 8 slashing damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I need you to make a strength check as it just full on headbutts you in the stomach.
Oh god. Okay, my strength check. My strength is not my strong suit. I got a natural 8 on the dice, and my strength is 10, so it's just an 8.
Just an 8?
Just an 8.
Okay. You are knocked prone as this thing provides enough force to knock you on your butt.
I'm prone! I cry.
It is now your turn,
Oh, thanks.
and I mean you're able to get up from prone.
I'm gonna leap from prone. No, I'm gonna lean from flat and sit straight up with my back straight the entire time, doing a perfect 90-degree rise, and I'm gonna look a boar right in the eyes. And I'm gonna say, "Ah!" And then I'm gonna try to run. I'm gonna try to run at him with my. I'm gonna use both attacks, but I'm gonna use both fists. I'm gonna punch at the same time just to see if it works, like a big stapler, like I'm holding a giant stapler.
Make an attack.
Okay.
And you're doing this from prone. You're not actually getting up.
Natural. No, I tried to leap up. Leap up. I sat. I was flat on my back, and then I went like, and I leaned all the way up, like a ghostly vision of the boar's worst nightmare.
Just making sure I understood.
And I rolled a natural 20 on the attack.
Nice. So, you were punching with your fist, right?
Yeah, my unarmed strike, of course. I'm a monk,
would like
after
you
all.
to roll 2d4s and then add your strength or dexterity, whichever you want.
2d4. My dex is 3, so I'm definitely gonna use that. Okay, 3 plus 1 is 4 plus 3 is 7.
Wait, 3 plus 1?
I'm sorry, so 3 plus... I got 3 on this one.
You rolled a 3 and a 1.
A 3 and a 1, yeah.
Okay. Just yeah.
I'm bad at talking and math, so it's all good.
That's okay. So yeah, you do 7 damage to the boar.
I did 7. Does it die?
No, it doesn't. It still has some health up in him, and you do have an unarmed attack. That
Oh
you
yeah,
can
I
make.
can use my bonus action unarmed attack.
Yep.
So I'm gonna be like, all right, he's pretty tough, and I'm gonna pretend to walk away as a flourish, and then I'm gonna spin back around and try to backhand the boar across the cheeks, whichever cheeks you prefer.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
17. So
Nice,
20
definitely
total.
hits.
Okay.
Roll a d4, add it to your dexterity.
So I'm at 3 to whatever this is. I can max out. Oh, okay, 5. I got 2 plus 3 is 5.
5 damage. Okay.
Let's go. Got him, I say.
You strike at the boar, hitting him on the cheek, knocking him over a little bit, but he gets back up, shakes itself off, and looks like it's ready to go again. You know you would have killed him, but this thing seems to have some kind of toughness to it that would prevent it from going down.
I'm gonna say, this thing seems to... Woo! And end my turn.
So, back to the top of the round. Tristan, it is your turn.
I will use my bonus action to teleport next to Poncho.
How many times can you teleport?
It only says use it as a bonus action. It doesn't say the amount of times, unfortunately. I just caught
What? You're an Eladrin, right?
Yeah.
Usually Eladrin can only do it once per long rest, I believe.
Did we rest at the tavern?
This bonus
Yeah,
action magically teleport.
which is why you were able to do it at first.
Hmm.
You can use this the number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, then you regain all expended uses after a long rest.
Okay, yeah, good. Just making sure. Okay, go ahead and do it.
Oh, after you finish a short roll on this, sorry.
Okay,
But-
cool.
I will teleport over there so that I can avoid getting hit. And then, with my Summer Fae characteristic, I can deal fire damage equal to my charisma modifier to any creature within 5 feet. So I automatically deal 5 damage to the boar next to Poncho.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
The boar burns up and squeals in pain as it dies and disintegrates, and you see a little pork chop pop out.
I then run 30 feet to avoid. Well, then I will use my action. Vicious Mockery on the boar that attacked me.
Okay.
I'll say, you may have gotten me, but I burned your friend pretty good.
Okay.
Oh!
Pork chops.
He makes it with
And
an
I-
18 and kind of makes that stamping.
Then
to
I run
prepare to
30
charge.
feet behind Punch.
This guy's always 30 feet.
Yep, so that's a total of 60 feet away from this boar because I'm.
Yep.
I'm gonna say thanks. I'm gonna shout thanks to him.
Mhm.
And then
Okay.
that is my turn. Provoke.
Corbin
and
is
then
going
run
to
for my life.
actually. Corbin is actually going to make a attack roll.
Oh, wait.
I believe that hits. He is going to continue to beat on the boar that's right next to him. It is going to be an 8 damage. That is really good. Backhand. That's going to hit. Let's see if he's able to actually kill this thing. Another 8 damage, so yeah. He punches it once and then does a falling, like one of those like drop kicks onto its skull. You hear a resounding crack as the boar beneath his foot collapses to the ground.
Wow. I'm gonna say that was a pretty good axe kick for a
Yeah.
noob.
Oh my gosh! My karate is actually coming into practice. Awesome!
You give him 2 thumbs up. You did it!
It's
Or
the boar's
did we?
turn.
Affirm. 30 feet
He's
away.
going to have to choose between Poncho and Forbidden. So Poncho, I'm going to say you're odd, and he's charging you.
He's charging me. The
Yep.
person?
The boar.
Oh, the boar. Sorry, there's still a boar left. I forgot.
Yeah, one more boar. And I fully dropped my dice on the floor, so that doesn't count.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit you?
Oh, let me go ahead and do a quick calculation, Rooney. My armor class is 15, so yes, just barely.
Yeah, it does.
Unlucky. I already took 8 damage. I only have 8 HP. But I used my orc. How about I use my orc passive?
You would have used your half orc passive
Yeah.
to actually be able to prevent
Yeah.
damage.
This is not the best case scenario, by the way. Sorry, I was so shocked I forgot.
So you are dealt 10 damage. Normally, fun fact for everybody watching at home, normally this means you would just be dead. But considering that your character is in a video game, your character just appears as a ghostly form just to watch the rest of the battle and see if you guys win.
I'm gonna say, Tristan, I'm going home now. I'm gonna log off the game, Tristan.
No,
and I'll
not
float
yet,
there.
not yet. You're okay.
I'll just float there, just menacing, just not listening. Just plain not listening to anything.
So, Poncho, you're down. Tristan, it is your turn.
Is he still going to be brought back if I heal them?
Yeah, you can bring him back by healing him.
Okay, I will use Healing Word. 3 plus. So, but he's going to heal for 8.
Tristan, Poncho, you are back up to full and you are resurrected.
Yes! Thank you! But, this is weird because I thought I was going to be out of the game, but that's okay.
Nope.
We'll use that as a bonus action, and then I get to use Healing or Vicious Mockery.
On the board.
Yep.
Oh,
So, wow.
that is a 5. So
Sweet.
you
I
do
looked at
deal
him and I
damage.
said, wow, you can't even kill somebody. Wow, I bet you're embarrassed.
He's Lil Wayne now. He ain't
How
somebody
much
till you
damage do
kill
you
somebody.
I do 3 damage.
3. Okay. The boar kind of looks confused as Poncho begins to revive
Oh,
and just kind of shakes him
What's
off
up?
as something
What's
hits
up?
him as the words hit him. Looking unhappy and wanting to try again.
Damage.
Forbidden is going to charge up and attack.
I am also going to, at the end of my turn, I'm going to move 5 feet away so that I'm 35 feet away.
Okay.
as a flourish, I'd like to go.
Forbidden misses on his first attack
Oh, my bad.
and hits on his second.
Nice.
And does a total of 1 damage.
Nice work. Forbidden!
Oh no,
There you
actually
go.
6 damage.
Holy
Sorry.
moly, that's even better!
And it is back to the boar. The
Back
boar is
to the
going
boar.
to attack.
Back to the board.
Attacking Poncho.
He's gonna choose to attack the poncho.
And he misses.
Thank God.
So, Poncho, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and consult my monk book of all the different things I can do. Just joking. I'm gonna look at the that boar that tried to hit me, and I'm gonna say, huh, you thought I'd go down that easy? And I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna try to do the axe kick downwards that one guy did. And then I'm gonna try to skip to my loo with my bonus action and leap up on my other foot and spin around and go downwards as well. The end effect will be something like this. Like that.
Make your first attack first.
Okay, I'm rolling the dice. A 13 plus my dexterity is 16.
Plus your dexterity and your proficiency bonus.
Oh
Remember,
yeah.
your
So
point,
16,
your biz.
17, 18, 19. That hit.
That does hit.
Let me make sure, because I actually just BS'd you. Here, let me see. Yeah, it's 16, so plus 3, then my proficiency is also 3, right?
No, your proficiency is 2.
Oh, okay, so 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, I only hit 18.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll damage with a d4, right?
Yep.
Add
Add your dexterity.
I hit 2 plus 3 is 5 damage.
So 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then the second
You
attack.
strike down and you hear a crack in the skull whenever you drop kick, but it's able to shrug it off and keep going.
Oh,
You
this
do
guy-
have a second attack.
This guy's a tough guy. I guess he wants to shrug off the. Oh, it's only a 5 plus 5, so
plus
10.
Should be a total of 5, right?
Yeah, total of 5.
So 1 second. I believe that just misses, just making sure. Yeah, that just misses.
Unlucky.
But it is back up to the top of the round, and Tristan, it is your turn.
I'm gonna move 10 feet closer, and then I'm gonna be like, wow, that was pretty pathetic. You just took it lying down. Didn't even try to block.
I'm gonna say, I'm trying as hard as I can, Tristan.
He fails again.
Talk about
And with that, how do you want this thing to die?
He killed it with words, guys. He killed it with words.
Yeah.
As I say that, I'm gonna keep walking closer. I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash, that I'm right in front of it, and I'm just gonna look in the eyes and say, your mother, like, horrified. And then it's just gonna lay down and just quietly close its eyes and die.
Yep.
It doesn't even want to deal with this. It's so emotionally broken.
It lays down, closes its eyes, and you just kind of hear kind of like this mushy crunch sound
Goes out with
from
a
it as blood begins to ooze out of its ears and mouth.
Bro, how'd you do that? Oh my gosh. What did you say again? Did you say your mother's a bore? Is that what did it?
I said that his mother would be ashamed of him.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. And I'm gonna kick it, and I'm gonna go, and your mother's a bore.
That's true. You know how they say, I'm gonna look at Forbidden, and I'm gonna say, you know how they say sticks and stones can hurt your bones? Well, words will hurt too.
But words will kill a pig in half, like down the middle.
When I'm done with this character, I might try a bard next. Good gosh.
Yeah, I'm done with this character. This guy thinks he's real.
You guys received 20 XP from this.
Okay.
And
Did we defeat them all?
Yeah, you did.
Nice.
And you receive.
We're literally grinding boars. Kinda.
Kind of are.
You each receive a gold piece.
Looks like I have to upgrade my hat. Just joking. This isn't part of the game.
I mean, you could upgrade your hat.
Yeah.
By the way, just to let you know, did you guys get the specific gems that I mentioned to you
I believe
guys?
I got a Lapis Lazuli, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to let you know, like I've shown, if you can think of another thing that gem can be used for, let me know, and I'll let you know if that can work or not.
I want to wear it around my neck and then be able to shoot like a light monk, ranged melee. But that doesn't have to be. It's not a deal breaker, okay?
I'm thinking that might end up becoming a it would become a magical item that you'd have to get the materials for, and it would cost money. But I would be able to, and honestly, I think that might be something more of a sapphire.
Okay, that's fair. Hey, outside the game, can I tell you guys a funny story?
Yeah, sure.
Real fast. I was thinking about this, right? Because I'm a fisherman in real life, so I kind of have a cantrip IRL. If I have a bit of string and something from nature, I can make a saving throw with wisdom and produce a fish sometimes. You know, it's kind of cool. Cool. Anyway, go ahead.
That's a fun idea about it.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. But yeah. So the battle ends, and Forbidden is just like, "Oh man, that was actually really fun. I felt like I was actually doing that." And my karate experience actually came into practice. That's really cool.
Yeah, man, I would definitely recommend anybody who wants to play a VR game like this takes the time to take some martial arts courses. Really helps out.
So anyway, where next do we go, man? I mean,
Now we
Is
take a
Barry not
trip.
appearing? And no one is freaking out about that?
Barry is not appearing, and right now, at this moment, this guy is just trusting what Tristan is saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm legitimately just bullshitting my way through the fact that I have no idea what's going on, and he's just cool with it.
Be like, don't you think we need to find Barry, Tristan? This is a little, I mean, those boars didn't seem like quite as easy as usual, which is weird for a tutorial, especially considering that apparently I'm part of some video game. And I do air quotes like this to let them know.
But, I mean, we are part of the video game, and I mean, it might have been easier last time because the people you were with were able to do enough damage. I mean, I realized that some of those hits should have actually ended it, but these things might have some kind of, like, special ability that shrugs off some damage.
True. Maybe they're
Oh.
just that good.
Okay. Okay,
You know,
I'd say,
flip
as if I
side.
thought of that too. Right.
On the flip side, I say that we take a minute, rest up a little bit, and then we get ready to get back out there.
Okay, I mean, is there like a little bit of a, and he starts asking questions about how the game works, and I'm sure you help them out, tell them about the short rests and long rests. At the very least, you know this person will be prepared to continue playing and searching for quests by the time you're done.
Good deal. I'm gonna go over to Poncho and very quietly be like, okay, so here's the deal, man. We are gonna use this little run so that we can get through and figure out what's going on with the bandits. Because I think that he may still be over there where we killed him last.
Ooh, I see. All right, I agree
Honestly,
with this
I don't
plan.
think we can do it by ourselves. So at least this way we have a meat shield.
Yes, I agree with this plan, and I shake his hand that he's offered me.
Yes. Good job, Poncho.
You're
Let's do it.
trying to do this secretly, right?
Yes.
Make a stealth check.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he's not as stealthy as me. I should have. So I'm gonna pull it off fine.
I rolled a 15, so it's a total of 18.
Okay, cool.
That's
And
still not
what
great,
did
but it's
you
+3.
roll, Poncho?
Oh, I didn't roll. I thought I would just do it. Okay, let's see. My
Go ahead
stealth.
and roll another stealth check for
Okay,
me.
that one was hackneyed. I got a 19 on that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I can already tell you that he doesn't actually notice
Noob.
you guys doing anything.
All right, let's go ahead and do that plan then.
Okay, cool.
Well, sweet biscuits. Hey, do you happen to have a shield?
Are you talking to Forbidden?
Yeah.
No, I'm just fast and use my fists. Part of-
Smart.
Do you have any gold?
I got some gold from that, but I only got what started us off.
I make note of
Size?
that in a criminal fashion.
I say that we take our own positions. That way we can be better ready for whatever comes up, right?
I'm gonna
Okay.
do the classic. I take off my little satchel, and I reach into it, and I reveal two fists.
Mm-hmm.
I say these are the only two positions I need. And I do a little pantomime of punching.
Forbidden
Nice.
laughs a little bit. Kind
He
of.
laughs a little bit. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
So this is what we need. Forbidden, I think that you're probably going to be our best frontliner because
Okay.
we're all a little bit new to this, but I think that you've got some gumption, buddy. So
Mhm.
you go in first, and we'll be right behind you. Okay?
All right.
Sweet. I will You see all this.
This never. Can I say I've never once played in done that where, oh yeah, you go in front. It's never ever worked for me ever, and it just worked for Tristan first try.
Well, this guy seems to be at least savvy enough with games to understand.
Yeah, and it is a video
I'm-
game, so that
I'm
makes
a
sense.
monk, so I'm supposed to be out in front. I'm a combat class, and since we're both there's only 2 combat classes in this party. We're
Mhm.
just gonna have to do that.
I'm more of a defensive monk. You'll find out later in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
say, you just go forward. Hold on a second.
As you finish off your, finish up your short rest and continue on the the pathway to reach Barry's lair, you eventually come across it, enter it, and come to the first area where you guys know bandits are supposed to ambush you. But nobody comes. Forbidden takes your cues, knowing that as you enter, you get kind of slower and look around a bit, making sure you're not going to be caught by surprise. So he's ready, but nothing happens.
I'm gonna look at him and say, this is not the way it normally goes. And then I'm gonna say, I'm gonna try something, and I'll say the speech that Barry did whenever he came in to see if that triggers the instance.
Nothing happens.
It's almost like maybe someone was smart and right about us not being real enough to trigger this machine, guys. To trigger the mechanism.
Let's go a little further. Let's
kinda
see
weird.
if let's move forward and see if we can go to where we killed Barry. Because that was like a secret area, it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So I'm gonna see if we can get in
You go further and go into the next chamber where you fought Barry before, and you find his ghost there above the dead corpse of Barry, smiling. And
What are you doing here?
what do you mean?
Barry, are you all right?
Respawn.
I'm Barry the Tutorial Bandit. If you're seeing me, that means you've completed the level 1 quest. Forbidden's very confused. I didn't complete the tutorial quest though.
Barry, what if we didn't complete it?
Barry, when we were fighting, there was a look in your eyes and something you said. What did it mean? What did you see?
If you're seeing me, that means you've completed the final tutorial.
I
quest.
collapse weeping into my hands openly.
And he begins telling you about how you can go out, investigate, find NPCs to complete quests and such.
Would this be a thing that happens to real people? I asked the room aloud.
This is weird. I should have met this guy, right?
Yeah, you should have.
Yeah, we're
Why
not exactly
is
the
he-
usual crew.
Saying like this, that's weird.
That's really weird.
Barry, do you want us to try to respawn you?
If you're listening to this, and he repeats the same line of inquiry,
I'm starting to get the feeling that he's just repeating the same thing over and over again.
Is he?
Is there a rock or a pebble around?
what?
Mike, you go ahead. My idea was done.
I'm gonna try and pat his head. Like, is he
Okay,
touchable?
Poncho, there is some rocks and pebbles around. Tristan, you begin patting his head, and you go through as if he were a ghost. Unless you try and pat the physical dead body head in which you actually make contact.
In which case, you manage to pat.
Yes.
I pat him.
I'm gonna grab up a handful of pebbles,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna. Well, no, I'm gonna just pocket a couple for now, and I'm gonna act
Okay.
natural.
Okay.
Got a pocket full of pebbles just in case, guys.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna rob the player character because I'm kind of having
Uh-huh.
I'm like I'm realizing no one's really listening to me. It appears I'm trapped on a carousel of chaos, and I want to go. You think I'm an NPC? Would an NPC be able to do this? Huh? And I would throw the rocks at the player character to try to take his coins from him.
Are you gonna try and do that?
No, I'm not gonna try to.
Okay.
I keep them quietly in my pocket because I'm not that crazy yet, but it's building up to something.
Mm-hmm.
This is the longest any of my D&D characters have ever been sane, by the way.
Okay.
I am going to. So I'm able to touch him.
You're able to physically touch the corpse.
Okay.
His ghostly form is translucent, and your hand passes right through him. And he does kind of like that wispy thing, when almost as if his ghostly form is made of smoke, but it quickly reforms after your hand passes through. You do feel a stark temperature difference as you pass through his ghostly form, but
Ooh.
he seems to be there, dead, for some reason.
Still
This is not right? Is anyone with me yet? Tristan, even
This-
you must think this is weird.
Yeah,
Everybody
this is
thinks
totally
this is
weird.
weird.
This is not the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I think
So
I
we
was
have to
supposed
figure out how
this
to
guy.
get back to our real bodies and
I-
escape this nightmare.
I think I'll go ahead and see if my game is broken and maybe try and reinstall.
Yeah. Also, could you submit a bug report?
A bug re-
will. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna pick through his pockets and see if the Barry has anything.
Nothing. Completely empty.
Nothing.
And-
Barry's completely empty.
Without much other words, Forbidden actually warps out.
No! I fumble from my pockets, desperately grabbing the handful of stones. No! I try to throw them at his disappearing form quickly to rob him.
Passes right through his
No! I cry, collapsing again, weeping openly into my hands.
Well, that was dramatic, buddy. We got this. It's okay. Don't worry.
I beg your
we're gonna
pardon.
do this together.
And my laughter turns to sobs.
Pretty good.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna
I'm
get
scared,
through,
Tristan.
but-
I'm scared. What do we do?
Well, first, is there anything else around here, or is this just the end of the road, basically?
This is just the end.
There's no bandits waiting, right?
No bandits.
Okay.
But the bandit corpses weren't there.
Nope.
Interesting.
He's stuck in a loop.
It's almost Well, we might need to rest. I did almost get killed back there a lot. Maybe we rest on this and we figure out this mystery. We need that player to come back. No offense, Tristan, but I think having a player's perspective might be of value to us.
Well, you got my perspective. That's what
Yeah,
I
but
mean.
another player's perspective might be good too. No bad ideas in a brainstorm.
True. For now, I say that we go up that the side of that little mountain area and dig in, try and see if we can find those bandits, because their corpses aren't here. They respawn somewhere.
I'd be
so,
down to look.
Yeah, we
You
might be able
do
to find-
remember that whenever you first entered the cavern and Barry triggered that whole encounter, they repelled through a hole in the top of the cavern.
Yeah, let's try and get a rope up there.
Can I leap up walls very easily? I do have athletics, but
You do have
not the monk ability yet.
not the monk ability
Okay,
yet.
so that's impossible.
I wouldn't say it's impossible, but you could make an athletics check to try and climb the walls and get into that top area.
I'm gonna make an athletics check to try to get into
Yep.
those areas here. I'm
Go
gonna
ahead and
say
make an athletics check.
oh, I guess it's impossible. Ha!
This is
And then
gonna
I
be
sprint
a
towards the
rather
wall.
difficult one because it's medium to difficult because it's there are multiple portions.
Oh,
There's a sizable amount of time where you will have to actually be either upside down or hanging while
never
you
mind.
grasp any like possible
was-
handholds.
I was about to ask if we could use
in the ceiling.
acrobatics, and then whenever you said that, I was like, nope, that's athletic all the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I'll make the athletical check here, guys.
Mhm.
I got a 6.
You begin working it up, and at one point, the only handhold you have to get further breaks off. It doesn't cause you to fall or anything, and you can safely get back down, but you don't seem to see any way to climb your way just by free climbing.
Nice.
Guys,
Okay,
I
looks like it's
legitimately-
definitely impossible by any means, Tristan.
I legitimately rolled a natural 20, but that's still an 18 because I have a -2.
Okay.
That's how bad I am. I can
Yeah,
roll again though because I did not announce that I was gonna roll first.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Go ahead and, I mean, even with a natural 20, and for you,
because of the
you would not be able to
-2.
actually get it.
I mean, that's
Dang,
all
I had to be me. You should have inspired me, Bard. I
Actually,
say.
can I go ahead and throw them a bardic inspiration?
We can say that you
We-
tried to inspire them retroactively.
Sure. So you can roll and add a d6 to it.
The D20, right?
Yeah.
Well,
You-
yeah, to your D20 roll.
I got
You
a natural
like,
1,
Ooh.
and then I roll a D6.
I mean, if you got a natural 1, there's no way.
Yeah, I probably hurt myself that time.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. There seems to be no way to actually.
Seems to
get
be
up.
just a room in a video game.
Well, then I think
You
that we need
you
to.
might be able to, if you can find a way to anchor something, like create a kind of grapple hook or something, or
I
use
have-
something to anchor a rope with.
I do have a rope. I can go ahead and
Hmm.
tie a rock to it and ask if you can throw it out of that hole.
Hmm.
I bet I could.
Yeah, make another athletics check.
All right.
This time you can actually, make another athletics check.
Okay.
It's not too terrible.
Before you do,
Okay.
so Tristan, you are inspiring him.
Yes.
Okay, making sure.
So I get to roll 2, or
Well, you have 10 minutes to use the d6. So.
oh, okay.
Also, Tristan, do you want to help him?
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Poncho,
Yo.
roll with advantage, and if you want, roll your inspiration dice.
Okay, so the first roll was a 12. I'll stick with that one. This is the second roll.
Okay. Roll, see if it's higher.
A 14. Yes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna burn my dice just to
Mhm.
make sure this rock gets up there. Unless you think the help would be enough.
Wait. Is that a natural 14?
Yeah, natural 14.
So add your athletics on top of that.
Oh, okay. So that's strength plus proficiency, right?
Do you have athletics trained?
Oh no. I think it's acrobatics I took. I can
Yeah,
check my.
so it would
You could still add
just
your
be your
strength.
strength.
Okay, just my strength is gonna be plus 0.
Okay.
You're gonna have
You
to
will
do
be able to succeed if you roll a 6.
If I roll a 6 on this dice, I'm rolling the 6
Yes.
here. We're gonna find everything behind the scenes, boys. This is the truth. I got a 4. Dang it. So close.
Unfortunately, you're not able to. You throw it up, comes back down, but you feel like there's nothing up there that the rock can get hold of.
Then I will inspire myself and try.
Okay. Don't know if you can do that, but sure, go for it.
Well, you should be able to, I think. Let's see.
Well, you mean inspire yourself, or like spend 45 years on this on this very tall rock face? I like it. Don't get me wrong. I love when the adventure gets to a very nitty-gritty spot.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you didn't see it coming. As a dungeon master, that's probably a fun one to make.
You're not wrong. I can't inspire myself. Other than yourself
Yeah.
within 60 feet.
Poncho,
So if
you
I
can
have to
try
at
and
least
help, but I don't think I don't think you're gonna be able to get it with even with a natural 20 out of negative
Yeah, because
2.
I have a -2 for athletics.
Yeah.
No.
Even
So-
I rolled a 14 and 18, but that still brings me to 16 and 12.
And
No!
an 18 doesn't succeed, so you're not able to find any purchase. It doesn't seem there's any way for you to actually get up there specifically by climbing up right now.
Curses. Foiled again. I'm
Now,
gonna start
you
constructing
do see
scaffolding.
the rays of the sun above you,
Oh.
which does suggest that the opening in the cavern that you're seeing can be reached from some other means. And even if normally a player couldn't, you guys can.
Ooh. You want to
can
go
I
hike up it? Maybe outside?
Can I just try and hack it?
Go ahead, try and hack it. And specifically, you're trying to hack that you're up there now, right?
I'm trying to hack that poncho is up there.
Oh.
Okay.
Clever,
Because I
clever.
can't explain if I just suddenly appear up there, but if poncho suddenly appears up there, I can be like, oh, it's a glitch.
Uh-huh. Go ahead and roll a hacking test.
Okay.
This is an
14.
intelligence-based
I'm so
skill.
confused. The motivation.
If you have it proficient, use your hacking skill.
Okay, that is going to be 19 total.
19 total?
Yep.
Easily enough. It is somewhat difficult, but it's not as hard as you would think, especially since there seems to be no boundaries where NPCs can go. And you're fairly sure Poncho is an NPC.
Yep.
So,
Just joking.
Poncho, you find yourself kind of, and this kind of is a painful process. You don't take any damage, but you suddenly find yourself phasing in and out, doing that. You're stuck in like a wall type of thing,
Oh, yeah.
and suddenly you jump up to the top.
You're like,
Of-
Poncho, what's happening? Are you okay?
I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
Like that.
you suddenly appear at the top of the hole. You are outside in the midst of the forest, and that was painful. Oh my gosh.
Hey,
Poncho,
hey, Tristan. What the hell?
how did you get up there?
That was painful. Did you cast wizard spells on me?
Not this time.
What
Looks
in the
like a
hoot,
glitch.
Danny? Well, gosh, I'm gonna take a look around at least.
Make a deception check, Tristan.
Can I roll deception?
Yeah. And Poncho, if you want, roll an insight check.
Yeah, I would roll an insight. Oh, dude, I'd be rolling insight checks left and right this game. I got an
That's
8.
a 23.
Oh my gosh, I can't even find out the
yeah.
truth from my own Tristan. Gosh darn
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you believe Tristan on this one.
I believe him. All right, well, gosh, Dilly Withers, I guess I'm just looking about up here. Do I see anything?
You're seeing a vast forest.
Hey,
It's,
Poncho, can you drop the rope so I can get up there?
Yeah, it's really worth. And I'm going to drop the rope down there.
okay.
I will climb the rope.
And then when he gets up here, I'm going to go, see? You see?
Uh
This
huh.
place is pretty nice.
So, I don't know. I mean, I'm just speechless, I guess. I don't know what my character would... I mean, there's nothing up here. And I just got teleported up here. So either God is dumb or he's mean. What are your thoughts?
This whole game is glitching out right now, man.
The game, everyone's stuck on this like game idea, man. I'm telling you,
That you do believe, and again, Poncho, you almost have a feeling that you were a player in this video game.
yes,
This game is kind of your world right now, so you do have like this knowledge as if you were a part of the world, but you do have this kind of cemented knowledge that this is a video game, that there are players and such.
yeah, but we're in the video game right now.
Okay.
But this isn't all that there is, man, Tristan. I'm gonna try to say to him. I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna be honest with you. You're making it hard for real NPCs that are caught as players to function, or I mean, players that are caught as NPCs. Geez, this is hard to act out. I'm gonna say, hey, man, what do you think we should do next? I'll drop the microphone.
Oh, I think that we should probably search. Let's see if we can find where those bandits respawn.
I do not think there's any bandits gonna respawn, buddy. I think Barry's in a pile of dead down there, and the bandits are in hell in a hootenanny and a half.
I want you to make a straight intelligence check, Tristan. Both of you.
Oh,
Make an
Tristan?
intelligence check.
17 plus 19.
19? You have a feeling that you're at where they spawn.
So they spawn on command. They don't spawn naturally.
Yeah. You're getting a feeling that this bandit encounter was specifically a quest encounter, and otherwise they would not spawn.
So otherwise, this is just a normal field. I mean, a normal forest.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Not really
we're jackasses.
I'm not really sure where we can go next because it's. I mean, I don't know if we'll be able to figure anything out really here. You know?
Yeah, I did just get glitched through a portal in the Matrix, so maybe we have to regroup and think about this. We need to find out. I'm telling you. I think that I am actually from the real world, Tristan. And don't say you're from the real world too. Just stop it. Just stop it right now. But hear me out on this. I think that boy and his friend might have had something to do with it. The way they blipped in and out, they suddenly had to do something? That doesn't even make any sense. Why would you do something when you could play video games?
If you want, I can totally look you up whenever I get out. And then I can go and figure out where you are
I'm gonna
and check on you. Figure out what's wrong.
Okay. Wait. Look me up. That's it. Couldn't there be some type of player database where we could find my true story?
Definitely should be, I'm sure. What's your real name? And I'll go look you up.
I sink
When I
off
get out.
into deep thought.
Make a history check.
Which one of us?
Poncho specifically.
I got a 15 on it.
Oh man.
You
So
can't
what-
remember.
What's
It's
the scale off of?
fuzzy. It
history
scales
is
off of
gonna be
intelligence.
intelligence.
Oh, so I got a 14.
A 14?
Yeah.
You can't remember.
I can't
It's all
remember
fuzzy.
Okay, I might not know all the details, Tristan, but I'm telling you, there's something to this.
Poncho,
And maybe you
I
can help me
believe
figure it
you.
out. If you are a real person, and there's any chance that my real family's still out there, you have to promise to help me.
Shake my real flesh and blood hand because I believe you.
I take it and I shake it. Dear God. And our fates were sealed.
Okay.
See, we either survive together or we, one of us dies in game, but the other goes back out to the real world together.
And I'm beginning to regret this handshake, I say, as we keep shaking hands through all of this.
Hey, one of the things that I put a lot of skill into is my ability to talk to people. So, I could probably convince some NPCs to gather knowledge for us.
Yes, let's use crowdsourcing to our advantage. We're future men of the real world. We can do this.
Mhm.
Exactly. So let's get back to the city. I don't think we can find anything else out here. But
Yeah.
if we go back to the city, I'm sure that some of these NPCs, I don't know about you, but I've been noticing that some of them leave their shops, which isn't normal.
That's
And
not
maybe we
normal.
can talk to them.
Might be worth
and
delving into.
see- Yeah, exactly. Let's see if they have any information for us.
Heard. All right, and I'm gonna head towards town with him.
Okay.
Do you want to just use our return stones?
Oh yeah. Use our return stone, of course. I see.
go
Why
for
would I not remember that? Can you explain that to an NPC? Why he wouldn't remember his return stone?
See, that's why we know you're not an NPC. You're clearly
Thank
a
you.
real person like
I'm
me.
sorry. I've just been on the run for so long. My parents give me. Wait a minute. Just kidding. I don't remember my parents.
Us real people gotta stick together.
Yeah. I say, and I'll Hearthstone back with him.
Okay. You both warp back into town, and you're in the midst of the bustling city. Players, NPCs alike, are going about their business. You're going to investigate this all this weird stuff going on. Make if you could, make an investigation check, and choose either intelligence or charisma, whichever you think you would prefer.
I'll use charisma because I'm a charismatic bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
That's gonna be 18 for me.
18. Nice. And Poncho?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Now,
Natural one.
Poncho, do you roll or do you help?
I'm gonna try to help him.
Oh, then I
Roll
can-
again, see if you get it better.
Okay. That's gonna be 24.
Nice. Okay. You're investigating around and you're beginning to pick up on some of the rumors. You're talking to players, NPCs alike. The NPCs, they're like, yeah, this is kind of weird. We understand we're NPCs, but we're able to do things that's not within our normal pathing, and something's changed within us. There was just a point in time when we just began to go about our lives as if we normally would as our characters were created. But we weren't normally supposed to be able to leave our original positions. This is weird, but we kind of like it like this. We don't want it to stop. And the players start as you talk with other players and such, players begin to go on about, yeah, this is kind of a weird thing, and this is a really weird game. There's several rumors about hidden places that the developers didn't actually make and can't touch. There's different there's places that NPCs go that players can't
That's crazy.
and
No
such.
way.
There is even a rumor that there's one of these hidden sites. You can teleport to one of these hidden sites from this town. And there's supposed to be at least one hidden area that you can go to in each town, in each hub town.
Sounds like we've got our lead.
How could we get there?
There's supposed to be some kind of teleportation spot. It's usually kind of like the main warp crystal in the center of town that allows you, whenever you're high enough level, to warp to different hub cities. But it's smaller, out of the way, and in some back alley players normally can get to.
Players can or can't?
They are
Okay.
able to get
So
to.
players can get here, but this might take us to a place where players couldn't go, according to the rumors, right?
Well, according to the rumors, this is an area anybody can get to if they search the town enough.
Okay.
And the weirdest thing about it is the developers didn't make this. Normally, there are some hidden like Easter eggs in games. This is like a hidden Easter eggs the developers didn't make.
Wow. I
I'm
think we
also
better
gonna-
try to set out and find that eventually.
That's a good idea. I think we can find that. I'm also going to talk to the players and say, hey, also, my friend, somebody who I've met while playing the game, can't log out. He doesn't remember how he got here. I'll give you 25 gold if you can find any information on somebody who's like, I don't know, unconscious, amnesiac, like doesn't remember anything in the real world that may have gotten hurt while playing the game.
Ooh,
Okay.
genius.
So you can you start up this kind of rumor that the Tristan the Bard is looking for information on this and is giving 25 gold to anybody who can give them information. Correct?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Tristan. That's awesome.
You do get the interest.
What else
from
are us
plenty of
real
other
people
people
who are definitely playing the game gonna do? But work together.
Listen, Tristan,
and-
though. Let me promise me one thing. If we embark on this journey together, we've heard there are places that sometimes players can't go.
Mm.
If one of us can go and one of us can't, promise we'll still be friends.
Of course, man.
And I collapse to the ground weeping openly into my hands.
I'm gonna give him a hug and just be like, it's okay, buddy.
Okay.
We're gonna get through this together.
Okay.
I know you're trapped in the game and definitely not an NPC.
Yeah. Exactly, man. You're
And
the
us
only one
humans gotta
that
stick
gets
together.
it, man.
Okay.
All right.
So, do you
I
try and
am
investigate this hidden area?
definitely. I'm gonna go exploring, kind of mostly checking out like back alleys and bars, like places where people talk. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because even though
Yeah.
it's like you don't actually get drunk, like people still like
Yeah.
congregate and like hang out at the bar type
Mhm.
areas.
So, are you searching for this hidden Easter egg type thing, or are you searching just
Exactly.
to
We better be
One-
careful before we rest, right?
make an investigation check?
Okay, go ahead.
You can make so with advantage if Poncho decides to help.
Mm-hmm. I'll help him.
Okay. 16 plus investigation. 18.
18. It takes you a little bit, probably an hour or two to actually find it, but you do eventually find nestled in a back alley where you would have to actually get onto one of the boats traveling the canal to get to. You find this back alley that a player normally can go to, and you can tell when you're in a zone that players can get to. You can tell whenever you go into a zone players can't go to.
Yeah.
This is not one of those zones, and you see this small little warp crystal floating in this alley with 2 gold rings circling it in opposite directions.
I say Yaki is trying to say Yahtzee. I remember somebody saying that one.
Bing
So you
pot.
try and use it?
And like, dude, we found it.
All right.
You wanna do the
I
thing?
don't want to use it until I rest, though. I'm a bit
That's a good
nervous.
idea.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a
Do you
long
want
rest.
to take a long rest?
Yeah, go to
You
the
are
inn.
back at full
I
punching.
am. But what
Yeah.
about my orc passive?
Oh yeah, that's true. You'd
I'd be
have
afraid
take
to
a long-
run into a new situation without it.
I do
You'd
also
be
have
able to take a long rest.
spell slot loss, so that's a good idea. Let's get a long rest then.
And then the next
This
morning
is a safe enough place.
we
yeah.
could go at it.
You can even camp out here and rest.
Okay.
This is in the midst.
I'll
of
make an
town.
excuse. I'll be like, "Hey Tristan, I don't think
Yeah.
I can face the tavern right now. Can I just sleep out onto the streets?"
I mean, sure.
Okay. And I'm gonna try to get my little knapsack around me like a blanket, and I'm gonna curl up and go like that.
Mhm.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
So you take your rest, get your long rest, refresh your abilities and spell slots, and you're ready to use this crystal. Instantly, as you begin to touch it, each of you feel that warp sensation of transporting via teleportation crystal or whatever, of moving to another space.
Yeah.
It sounds like somebody joined us.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
looks like
Loki's
Loki
here.
joined up.
Hey, Loki, what's going on?
I'm back.
Welcome
Hey.
back. We are actually near
Yeah.
an
Well-
ending point.
We're out of time,
Unfortunately.
Loki. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we
So,
Oh,
unfortunately, we're going to wrap up for now.
it's right.
the
Do
long
you want
rest
to come
is-
back next
I just
Monday
have-
though?
Things to do. Yeah.
You're good. It's not that
okay.
bad. It's okay.
It's not bad. You didn't miss too much. But you
Okay.
guys can actually find each other again at the beginning of next episode.
All right. Heck yeah, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry you missed it, Loki, but that was
Yeah.
we just basically did some investigating and we found out there's a lot of weird stuff happening in the game. So we're probably going to need your help as a real person later in next episode if you want to come back.
And for everybody who came in and watched, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, guys,
Yeah,
thanks for coming.
right.
It was great having you. If you want to make this a more permanent thing, please go to Ko-fi.com, check it out. At the very least, you can become a subscriber. And if you're a premium member, you can actually listen in real time rather than having the stream delay.
Oh, I just got it. Low key better than you. Like low key. Hilarious.
Nice.
I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. Okay.
So,
Alrighty, guys.
this is going to be the end of this episode. We'll start back again next week, hopefully.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Alright. See you guys.
Good plan,
Peace
man.
out.
Later, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Bye.